Right. So hello friends, this is PK sir. Welcome back to the most requested and most awaited video, that is November 2020 question paper analysis along with the guest questions for Jan 2021 exams. Okay, right. Anyway guys, so many of you know that I've been having a little bit of health issues. So therefore, I think it came a bit late, but I hope you guys will forgive me for the same. But anyway, I try to do my best. So without wasting any further time, let's get into the video. So this video, as usual, is guest questions for Jan 2021 exams. Thank you for the tremendous response for guest questions for November 2020 exams, for incredible comments and the kind of support and the personal message that I've received after people have written the actual exams in November 2020, saying that I think Silver Sands case study and a few other things came directly from my guest questions is what students have told me. And so it went well. I hope it was confirmed by many students through messages that the guest questions of November 2020 helped them a lot. So thank you so much guys, because you guys have taken your time and you felt that it's important to communicate to me how you felt about it when you guys have written the exam really well. And of course my students as well, almost many of them has messaged me saying that they've written the exams really well. So that's very happy to hear. Hopefully I've put the same efforts again. So even for Jan 2021 exams, students who are actually going to write the exams, I hope this video you'll find it helpful. And if you really find it helpful and if you really like the video, the way things are being done, I would really appreciate it if you guys can communicate your feelings through comments. And of course hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for all the now I think I'm getting better. So hereafter you'll see my channel quite a bit active with frequent uploads of videos. So I hope you guys will like it. So stay subscribed, and I think you can hit the bell icon. Yeah, okay, chalo. Now let's start with November 2020 question paper analysis first. So you guys know the style of my analysis. We have been doing it since last 4 or 5 attempts. So as you can see here, the first question, it was directly, in fact all the questions are from your ICA sources only. Many times I've been telling my students that you just stick on to your ICA sources. When I say ICA sources, it is not just the study material, but it also includes the RTPs, the MTPs and the additional case studies, everything put together, whatever that is there in the ICA website. Okay, with respect to new syllabus, that is SC and PE. I told many of the students that old practice manual, you please ignore it. It's waste of time, even for chapters like decision making, transfer pricing and standard costing. But even today I've seen many students, they are unnecessarily wasting their time, and even some of the teachers also are even teaching that. I don't know what's happening over there, because it's been so many attempts where it has been proven again and again that what you have to study for new syllabus is totally different. I don't know why still students are falling into that particular pit. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense for me anymore. Earlier it used to, but not now. Anyway, so the thing is, it's a typical new syllabus question paper. I really appreciate ICA for bringing such a kind of question paper. As you can see here, the first question is from Silver Sands case study. Of course, what is the chapter from which it has come from? Performance measurement and evaluation, right? That's for 20 marks, straight away lifted from your study material. So I hope you guys would have rocked it. And I think many students have messaged me saying that the power notes of the case study, especially for Silver Sands, which I gave, I think you can find the video in my YouTube channel as well. They said that it also helped them to really recollect and write it a lot better. So I'm really thankful to those students. Personally, I thank you guys, because see, ultimately after all this hard work, it's that small messages and comments from you guys that puts a smile on our face. It makes a purpose for what we are doing, So thank you for making me smile. Thank you for making me happy. Thank you guys. So as you can see, Silver Sands case study, it's not exactly the same case study. Of course, they've changed the name and all the things, but similar model, Second one, it came from cost management techniques, and you can see it came from test your knowledge, question number 1, and that's again for 20 marks. And then third one, this I've been telling since last 2 attempts that there should be a question from EVA, and it has come this time. And of course, as expected, PME chapter, the most important chapter of your whole syllabus, performance measurement and evaluation chapter. Straight away it's page number 8.44 and question number 3. Whatever the page numbers that I'm giving you right now, it belongs to the old study material, in the sense January 2019 edition. And in December 2020, a new edition has come which is applicable for May 2020 students. Anyway, So anyway, because the time has come, I would like to communicate. Right, see here. See, understand one thing, guys. There is a new study material which came in December 2020, which is applicable for May 2021 exams onwards. So whoever writing in Jan 2021, you guys need not worry about this particular material. Now, in this new material, new SCM and PE material, are there any changes? Yes, there are changes. A few students, they're asking me, sir, the changes that I've been hearing is that questions has been added, some 40 to 50 questions, some 50 questions odd has been added. My personal opinion is that there has been quite a bit change. It's not just questions that has been added, there has been a content changes as well. So that's why I'm taking a lot of time. I'm preparing notes. So students who have already taken classes from me also, you'll be getting those separate amendment videos where I'm writing amendment power notes separately. What are all the changes that happen in each and every chapter? I'm taking each and every page, comparing each and every page, and whatever that is relevant and important, I'm simplifying it, and then I'm writing it as a power notes, and then that will be made available to you as early as possible. Right now I'm just hoping it should be another week or so. Within that, or 10 days, it should be available. Anyways, so the new study material of December 2020, the final confirmation is that it's not just problems that has been added, the content also has been changed. I cannot say that it's a tectonic shift, a lot of change has happened, no, but good amount of change has happened. So therefore there has been changes in the content also. Now this is one thing that you guys need to keep in your mind, those who are writing for May 2021 onwards. Anyway, for Jan 2021 guys, you need not worry, there is no problem for you. For people who have purchased my classes by whatever the means, and for you guys there will be amendment videos that's going on, because I'm comparing each and every page of the new study material with old study material. It's taking time, but it will be worth the wait, I promise that. So I don't want half-baked information for you. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. So as you can see, question number 4, we have decision making. Here you can see the page number and the question number. Then you have pricing decisions, modern business environment. From TP again there is some 10 marks, right? Page number and question number, right? Coming on to question 5, you got it again from CMT, Y connections question, similar to that, same model. And standard costing, of course, 10 marks. 6th question A, it was from SEMA UK actually. I think even in old practice manual also a question similar to that must be there, but immediately what I recollected is that I've seen this problem in SEMA UK, so that is one. And the last one is about standard costing, which is as you can see, the page number and the problem number, right? So this is the most important part for us, the analysis. So repeatedly I've been telling you guys, if you see my past guest questions videos also, I've been repeatedly stressing that this particular chapter is pretty damn important, and on an average you'll get more than 40. I've been stressing the same, and again and again, it's coming more or less the same marks in the examination. So minimum 40 or 35 you'll get it from performance measurement and evaluation. And even for Jan 2021 also, it will not be an exception. So your first priority chapter will be PME only, performance measurement and evaluation. But surprisingly this time you have got a lot of marks from CMT. That doesn't make this chapter important. Please try to understand, in one attempt also we had nearly, if I'm not wrong, 35 marks from pricing decisions chapter. I think it's November 2019, I think so, if I'm not wrong. I can't exactly remember. Please forgive me for that, but one attempt I do remember that there was 35 marks from this chapter, and in the very next attempt it was absolutely 0 from the same chapter, pricing decisions. So what I call this as overinflated or over importance given chapters, which means this particular chapter doesn't deserve those 35 marks. But sometimes what happens, in one attempt suddenly too many questions will come from a particular chapter, and then it followed by the next attempt almost 0 importance will be given to the same chapter. To my analysis, that's what I feel about CMT. It's given over importance. It's not a chapter which comes for 30 marks regularly, but still it's an important chapter. I'm not saying it's not important, but its importance is generally on par with MBE, modern business environment, on par with the other chapters. But here too much of importance has been given. So because too much of importance has been given for CMT, from MBE normally we expect 10 to 15 marks. That much has not come. It has got reduced a bit, but this will not happen again and again, because lean system and innovation also you can see that not much of an importance has been given, but it is an important chapter. So this will not happen frequently. You got it? It's a rare scenario. So because suddenly too much of more than deserved importance is given for CMT, that's why MBE and LSI, lean system and innovation, is not in the picture. But every time it won't happen that way, which means next attempt probably you can expect very less marks from CMT, that is cost management techniques, and good amount of marks from MBA and especially LSI. Decision making 5 marks, pricing decisions 5 marks, TP 10 marks, and standard costing, of course, another important chapter where I've been telling you many a times that on an average you'll get easily 10 to 20 marks from this particular chapter every particular attempt. So this is the final summary of your November 2020 question paper. Quick summary. So what we need to understand here is it according to our guess? Yes. PME, no surprise. The way we have guessed it, it happened. Standard costing, no surprise. The way we have guessed it, it happened. The only surprising factor for us this particular attempt was CMT. But nevertheless, even though with respect to CMT and MBE, that is modern business environment and lean system and innovation, little bit of here and there it has happened, but still all the questions which you have got from this particular attempt, except one I think so if I'm not wrong, are from your ICAS sources. So students who have listened to my advice and followed ICAS sources along with our power notes, they have performed incredibly well. In fact, they were very happy that they were confident because of the first paper in group 2, and they were with that confidence they have written the other papers better than what they have anticipated that they'll be writing or they'll be performing. You got it? So that is a psychological effect. That's why I always tell my students that the first papers of the respective groups are very important psychologically. I don't know how many of you realize this importance, but please try to understand that first papers of respective groups, group 1 and group 2, are pretty damn important, because that will have a what can I say, a multiple effect on your other papers as well. So therefore give more than whatever the importance that you're planning right now, give too much of importance for these two papers, the first papers of the respective groups, which of course Scmpe falls under the same, right? So that's about the analysis of November 2020 question paper. Now let's go with the guest questions for Jan 2021, the most awaited. Many messages I've received as usual. Students have been asking me, so I've worked it out, and I hope this helps for you this time as well. Again, before we start, I'm gonna give you the disclaimer because it is just a guesswork. Don't rely on it completely and prepare for your exams. Take it as an advice and prioritize your preparation accordingly. Is that clear? I'm very clear over here, which means you should go with your preparation undisturbed. This guest questions will only help you. That's it. Last time in November 2020, that's what has happened. Prior to that also, that's what has happened. So there can be one attempt, that can be this attempt, Jan 2021 or May 2021 or November 2021 or 2022 May. We cannot guess, where my guest questions can go completely wrong and you cannot get any question from that also. So we don't know when what will happen, but so far it has been working good. So what I would rather tell you guys is that go with your existing preparation, and this should be like a catalyst. It should help your preparation, it should fasten your preparation. So whatever the areas that I'm gonna tell you in guest questions, you prioritize your preparation accordingly, which means give importance to these areas, and then it should be followed by the other stuff which you usually study. Got it? Chalo, as usual, we'll start with the first topic. So as you can see, guest questions for Jan 2021, of course by PK sir, and this is our WhatsApp number. In case you have any queries or you want to buy the classes or anything else, whatever you want to communicate to me, you can WhatsApp to this particular number. Now let's start with the first one, PME, performance measurement and evaluation, the most important chapter. So this time I'm guessing again, like EVA, I've been really anticipating that a question will come from building block model, because I personally feel it's really important. Even in industry, it's very important actually. So this is one area which you can expect a question. Balance scorecard, CSF and KPI, performance prism, already it has been asked, but it was way attempts back. But because in the latest attempt you have been they have touched performance in a not for profit sector, which is the first one, and EVA, because they have touched these two, I personally believe that the rest of the topics, especially these topics, will have a lot of importance and a lot of probability of coming for Jan 2021 exams. And lastly, performance pyramid. So performance pyramid is not that important, but still I've included here, so just give it a glance. So performance prism, again, because it's very important, because it's the latest of performance measurement techniques and better than balance scorecard, and now people are using it. So as of today, as I'm talking to you, two performance measurement systems are really important for us now: building block model and performance prism. Balance scorecard also actually got outdated, but still people are using it right now. Even I've seen so-called big private sector banks also top-notch banks. They're still going with BSc and they're in service sector. So I don't know why they're continuing with that. Probably building block model should be the ideal one. But anyway, still things are going on. Therefore, taking the contemporary issues in the industry, I feel these are the important areas for Jan 2021 attempt is what I feel, right? Chalo, moving on to the next one. Standard costing, planning and operating variance. This time it is possible because last time it was not asked, as it was not touched in November 2020. So that is one thing which I feel. So standard costing also, this particular complicated questions are there from based on this particular concept, planning and operating variance. I want you guys to revise that particular concept again and again clearly, that ex ante variance, ex post variance, all these things. That was the only area which right from the inception of the new syllabus, continuously he has been asking from that area only, but since last attempt it was not touched upon, it can be asked again. Coming on to decision making, outsourcing area, that is make or buy, ethical and non-financial considerations. These are all the two areas that might be touched upon. So have a look at this. Whenever there is, see, when I say these topics are important, you just need to revise it in such a way that if I ask you, how will you take a make or buy decision, you should be instantly able to say something, you know. That sort of easy knowledge must be there with you. It's not like I give you a problem and you'll be able to solve it, or you're taking time to solve it. It's not like that. Have a generalized knowledge. For example, if I ask you a cinema story, what will you do? You will just answer it just like that. You know, okay, this is the story, this is how it happens, the story goes like this, there is a twist. So you don't feel any sort of, what do you call, disconnect when you're narrating the story. So it is, again, it's a memory you're trying to recollect, right? So it's some sort of information, and then it just, the flow is so smooth. I want that sort of similar style of flow when I ask you about ethical and non-financial considerations that you need to consider in decision making scenarios. That sort of knowledge is what you have to learn. That is what my intention is when I say these are important. You got it? Right, moving on to the next one. SAOI. In November 2020 it was totally not touched upon, but still DPP, because it was given in RTP, direct product profitability, and ABC and ABB, activity based costing, activity based cost management, activity based budgeting. Just have a look at it. ABC is always important. It's an all-weather topic. All-weather topic means every attempt you have to study and give importance. So this is one thing from that particular chapter. I think this time it can be touched upon. CMT, cost management techniques. You know that cost management technique in that two important areas in that particular chapter is target costing and life cycle costing. Both these areas are touched in November 2020 exams. As you can see, asked in November 20, but still means still I cannot say ignore it and don't read it. Although there is a probability that you can get 0 marks from CMT, or you can get 5 to 10 marks in this particular attempt, Jan 2021. Only either of these two will happen, that I'm sure. Either 0 or 5 or 10, max 10. That also I'm really finding it difficult that it will be touched upon. I mean 10 marks. Because last time, as you can see, 30 marks has been asked from this particular chapter. That is the reason I feel it that way. Despite saying so, it doesn't mean that you guys need to ignore that particular chapter. So give it a glance. Don't give too much of time, but still give it a decent amount of time and revise it and move on. Got it? Chalo, moving on to the next one. Pricing decisions and budgetary control. Again, give it a glance. Not that much important. You will get 5 to 10 marks. Okay, 5 marks or 10 marks. So even the probability is not that great, 50-50 chance, but still give it a glance. That's why I said give it a glance. Transfer pricing also, give it a glance. You can again get 5 to 10 marks. In transfer pricing, I cannot say specific topic you got to study. The whole chapter in itself is one concept, is what I personally feel. That's the way I teach. So I don't know how you guys are prepared. So based on that, accordingly, have a look at transfer pricing as well. Now, coming on to intro to SCM, again last time in November 2020 it was not touched upon. Value chain analysis, value shop analysis, and Potter's 5 forces. This is again all with the topic. So I want you guys to go through this as well. Modern business environment, TQM, TOC, total quality management, theory of constraints. It has come in November 2020 RTP, so it may come in Jan 2021 exams. Supply chain management, this is all weather topic, so always you have to study every exam. Gain sharing arrangements, as you can see, all of a sudden in the recent RTPs, a lot of importance has been given. So I want you guys to have a look at this as well. Even in the new study material which has come, there has been a lot of better explanation for GSA. Lot of areas in the new study material, better explanation is there. For example, even in target costing, even for target costing in this particular chapter, CMT chapter, in the new study material which has come in December 2020, the explanation is a lot better when compared to the old study material. That's why I told you the content also has got changed. So I feel that the new study material is really good. So anyway, for Jan 2021 exams, you guys need not worry about it. But still there are certain concepts which you can understand it better if you download the new study material, but right now you don't have time for it, so don't do any sort of experiments. Okay, just go with the existing materials whatever you have got, and prioritize these guest questions areas more. Okay, and lean system and innovation, very important chapter. Basically nothing asked in November 2020 exam, so therefore I feel it's important for Jan 2020. Now okay, we'd like to see which are important in lean system and innovation. I'll just get through it. Yeah. Okay, as you can see here, just a second. Yeah, I hope you guys are able to see. So the first preference will always be for JAT, just in time, Kaizen costing, followed by its second preference. Then third preference will be 5S and TPM, total productive maintenance, along with TQM. Okay, sorry for that. Fifth preference will be BPR, business process reengineering. Sixth will be Six Sigma, and seventh will be cellular manufacturing. You can read it in this particular order. Sir, I want, what are the compulsory areas which I have to study? JAT, Kaizen costing, 5S and TPM, BPR. Remaining you can even ignore, but that's at your own risk. Generally I don't recommend, because as I told you, sometimes our guess may go wrong. Okay, so as you can see here, this is what Kaizen, JAT, TPM and 5S. That's what I've mentioned here as well, the most important areas in LSI, lean system and innovation. This time Jan 2021, I feel it's a little bit important because it was not given its due importance in the last exam, that is November 2020. Okay, so anyway guys, so I hope this particular video has helped you. Again and again repeating, so it's just a kind of guesswork, so don't rely on it completely. Prepare your exams in your own way. Take this advice of guess questions and prioritize your preparation accordingly. So don't rely on it blindly and then go with it. Is that clear? So that's it guys from my side. So if you have really liked this video, comment you like it, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, because the next 1 week or next 2 weeks we're gonna upload a lot of videos, and I hope it's gonna help you in your exams, especially the Jan 2021 exams. And the students who have already bought my classes, don't worry guys, work is going on with respect to amendments, and quite soon you'll get it, right guys? So thank you so much. This is PK sir signing off. Thank you guys.